Hello SDI students. Today we're going to be going over the equipment that we have received for our UAS 250 course. So once we have our box open, you can see that we have quite a few pieces of material in there. I'm going to go ahead and move this box off to the side and we'll go through each one individually. Starting off at the very top, we have 10 small orange cones that we have, very flexible, that we are going to be used for ground referencing and placing on the ground as we're conducting our flight practice throughout the course. Next piece of equipment is our Airman Knowledge Testing Supplement book. We want to make sure that we have this for referencing for course materials throughout the course while we're studying for our materials and exams. Next piece of equipment is our aircraft landing pad. So we're going to go ahead and open up the case. And once removed, we can see we have a small landing pad here with some additional ground stakes in case we want to use them for our landing pad for when it's windy outside. So our landing pad, although it being light, does not fly away. And as you can see right now, the landing pad is just folded in its condition currently. So we can go ahead and unfold it simply by letting it release or slowly unfolding it. And as you can see here, we have two sides. We have orange or blue, pretty high contrast to your ground, depending on whatever you want to choose. And you'll see on the outside, we have these loops here to which we can attach our ground stakes to make sure we keep the landing pad on the ground. Now, in order to fold this back up, once we're done flying, we can go ahead and twist or rotate both sides in opposite directions to help fold the landing pad back upon itself to its original form. And we'll go ahead and place that back inside of our case. Next piece of equipment is our propeller guards for our DJI mini aircraft. Inside, you'll have a bag with all 4 prop guards. As you can see here, one for each arm that can be easily attached to the aircraft. Our next and final piece of equipment is going to be the DJI Mini SE aircraft. Now, originally when you have and receive this box, there'll be a piece of tape holding it together. Once you remove that piece of tape, we can go ahead and open up the box. And on the inside, you'll see that we have our transmitter controller as well as our DJI Mini SE aircraft. Of course, when you open the box, the transmitter controller will have a plastic protective casing around it, so you're going to have to remove that in order to get to the controller. So let's first talk about our aircraft itself. As you'll see, the aircraft is folded in its folded position. You'll see stickers on board showing how to remove those stickers and unfold the aircraft to prepare it for flight. You also have some stickers holding the propellers together, as well as some instructionals for the charging ports as well, and also our gimbal cover protector. Now, moving on to our transmitter controller. Here, you'll notice that we have our foldable antennas here. And then you may notice that we don't have any thumbsticks on our thumbstick controllers. So where those are located on this transmitter controller is they're inside and on the bottom of the transmitter controller itself. And you can remove them in order to attach them to your transmitter controller. And of course, when you're all done with flying and ready to store the controller again, you can go ahead and place those back in, snap them back in place. They're held and they don't fall just by gravity. And we'll fold that back up and you're all set to go. Next, underneath of the transmitter controller, we have a small box of additional components and spare components as well. You can go ahead and just unfold that box, and inside you'll see we have quite a few components here. We have 2 sets of replacement propellers for our DJI Mini SE. We also have 2 cables, one for a micro USB connector for a micro USB phone, and then we have a USB-C for any phones that have a USB-C connector. Now, for our iPhone users, the iPhone connector cable is already attached to your transmitter controller. Additionally, inside, we have a small screw for when we're replacing the propellers. We have 2 additional joystick thumb stick mounts in case we lose the 2 that are already mounted to our joystick controller. And then underneath of that box is a small stack of instructional booklets and quick start guides and documentation for your DJI Mini SE aircraft. So that is all the equipment for your UAS 250 course. When you receive your package, make sure to check and verify that you've received all the equipment necessary for the course. And if you have any questions or concerns, make sure to reach out to the SDI shipping department.